Hey guys, it's GoatPervertor back. How are you magnificent bastards doing? Alright, today we're looking at Super Street Fighter 4. Yeah, Super Street Fighter 4. The series is back again. It's that fighting series that just doesn't seem to go anywhere. We've had all the way up to 4, then we've had the alphas, we've got Marvel vs. Capcom coming out next year. It's just amazing. But today we're just looking at Super Street Fighter 4. This game is a game that I intended on not purchasing because I somewhat felt that Capcom was taking advantage of its consumers by releasing Street Fighter 4 and then months later announcing Super Street Fighter 4. And all that it seemed to have was some additional characters. I kind of thought, wow, Capcom, really? Are you gonna really do that to me after supporting you for so many years? But I had to bite the bullet and actually buy this game because it turns out that Capcom did a lot of things right here. Not only did they reduce the price to $40, they added all these additional characters from the Alpha series, from the original Super Street Fighter 2, from Street Fighter 3. Just threw in a bunch of new guys. Balanced out the characters, so guys that were overpowered are now a bit more balanced. Guys that were a little too weak or have been brought up a little. The overall gameplay and the mechanics of play have been balanced out for Super Street Fighter 4. And on top of that, they threw in a ton of online modes, which originally, I mean, you had your online modes in Street Fighter 4, but there weren't as many as there are in this game. This game has a ton of new modes. You have online team battle where, it's team versus team. You have your regular ranked matches. And one mode that I truly like that they threw in here is it's the endless battle mode. Any of you guys that grew up playing Street Fighter in the arcade like I did, I myself at the time when Street Fighter came out on consoles, I didn't own it on consoles when it originally came out. Not until maybe Super Street Fighter did I purchase it on a console, but I was one of those guys in the arcade. And one of the things, one of the great experiences about the arcade was standing there fighting, and if you were the one that won, people rotated, and if you were the one that lost, of course, you got off of the arcade machine and you allowed the next person to fight, and so on and so forth. Well, there's a mode in here called Endless Battle Mode, which is pretty much like that. It's a queue of about 8 fighters, and you pretty much, you sit in that queue and you watch the fights as they go on. When it comes to your turn, of course, you're no longer watching, but you're playing. The person that's winning stays at the top, and he, of course, continues to play. Whoever loses is now rotated to the bottom of the queue. So it's kind of like in the arcade, you threw your money in, and then you got on, and you fought, and you waited your turn if you lost, and you got back on. That's a great mode. And watching the other characters, the other online guys fight as you wait your turn is so much fun because you pick up different techniques while you're sitting in the queue. If people have their headsets on, you're all discussing it. You hear the reactions to the fight that's going on at that time. It's great. It's an absolutely enjoying experience to play the endless battle mode. Another mode that they threw in that's pretty nice as well is the replay channel. You can watch replays from bosses from all the games. You can watch replays of just Street Fighter 3 only characters. You can watch your friends' replays. You can save your replays. You can upload them to your friends. I spend a lot of time watching replays. I've saved a few of them, and it's really nice to watch the replays run because you actually learn where you've made moves incorrectly, and you kind of, I guess, tweak your gameplay the next time you get in there. But yeah, the online is really robust and it's enjoying. I love it. I'm not usually the type of person to play a fighting game online because I'm not as good as the other guys, but with this game, it was a completely different story. I jumped into online almost immediately. I have yet to even play through the single player mode in arcade. Maybe I think I played through it one time, but I've had a ton of fights online because a lot of my friends have picked up this game so far, so I've been having a lot of fun with them. Also, they brought back the car and the barrels, the bonus stages from the older games. So you have those thrown into the mix to kind of mix things up a bit. And all of the characters, despite the fact that they have been balanced, despite the fact that they have been I'm sorry, despite the fact that they've thrown in new characters, they went in and added new ultra combos for every single character. Every character now has a total of 2 ultra combos. So, you choose your first and you run through the match. You can choose your second. The only thing that I don't like about it is the fact that you cannot choose your ultras. I'm sorry, not that you can't choose them. That was actually the wrong choice of words there. You can't have both ultras assigned simultaneously. You would basically have to choose an ultra before the match begins, and then the ultra that you choose is what you can then use throughout the course of that match. I would have liked it if Capcom had allowed both ultras to be equipped. Yeah, that's the best word for that. Equip both ultras at the same time, and whichever one you feel like using, you use it. Tailor it to the way the fight has gone. But that's not a big complaint. As a matter of fact, that's probably my only complaint. And it seems like maybe it's just me, but it seems like the graphics in this game have been overhauled. Don't get me wrong, Street Fighter 4 looked great to begin with, but this one, it seemed like they redrew the characters, they added a little bit of cell shading around each character, and it's an absolute enjoyment to watch this game. This is pure eye candy. Love the look of Street Fighter 4. They've also thrown in some new stages. One of them is what we're watching here right now between myself and Cody. One of my friends and I got into an online match here, and he's pretty good with Cody. As you can see, I was not as good with Ryu, but it was a pretty enjoyable match. But either way, like I was saying, they threw in some new stages there as well. Any of you guys that are into fighting games, that are into the Street Fighter series, you cannot go wrong with Street Fighter 4. Super Street Fighter 4. You just cannot go wrong with this game. It's $40. You've got a ton of new characters such as DJ, Fei Long, you've got Mikado, I think I'm pronouncing that correct, maybe I'm not. You've got Cody, you've got Guy, Seth is playable. That's another great thing about it. All of the characters are now playable from the jump. You don't have to go through the arcade mode and win fights and flawless victories, and you don't have to do any of that stuff. It's all there for you from the get-go. So all characters are just there, ready to be picked, and you can hop right into the matches. Capcom added a ton of new trophies to support this game, and that's pretty much it. I mean, if you're into fighting games, you are into the Street Fighter series, like I said before, I really don't see any reason why you would not pick this up. I myself am a huge fan of fighters, 2D fighters more so, but I love fighting games. And this was just a game I had to go pick up. I actually picked it up early, and I've been enjoying it quite a bit. There's really not much else that I can say about this game. If you want to get into some matches with me, add me, GoatPervertor on the PSN, and we can definitely get some matches going in Super Street Fighter 4. Alright guys, so that's been my impression of Street Fighter. The final word is go out and get it. Go out and get it now. Rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do what you have to do. Thanks for watching and have a great one, guys. GoatPervertor out. Peace.